So this is just magical. Yesterday, as we already discussed, Donald Trump did what might be his last ever rally as president, and he did it in Dalton, Georgia. And Fox News Channel was on the ground there, and reporter Griff Jenkins was interviewing people. And he starts interviewing some guy with a huge red Stop the Steal hat who apparently had been camping out in a sleeping bag awaiting last night's rally. And as this is going on, there's a guy in a MAGA hat in the background flashing this new white power hand signal with his hand. And I'll explain more about that in a moment. And although it takes about 12 seconds too long, maybe 14 seconds, eventually Fox News makes the decision to just cut the video. And they cut to a shot of the White House in which nothing is going on. And I'll explain to you after we look at the clip how we know that this was definitely an abrupt decision made live. They weren't purposely saying, hey, at this point, we planned to show you what was going on at the White House. It was a decision made on the fly to get the white power symbol off the screen. Take a look and then we'll discuss.
And the elections tomorrow, do you care about that? Are you worried about that?
Absolutely. I think everybody in the nation should care about it. It's a federal issue in a way, who becomes senators. It's going to have a very big impact on the Senate. I support Senators Perdue and Loeffler. I hope that they are elected. And, you know, if somebody from California can come out here and camp out in 0-degree weather in a sleeping bag on the asphalt, maybe a few more voters from Georgia will find the time to get to the polls.
And quickly, Blake, do you believe, since you're worried about the Stop the Steal in election shenanigans, are you worried about the integrity of the election tomorrow for Loeffler and Perdue?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm worried about it. I just hope that the correct actions have been taken to make sure that this time around the ballot custody is safeguarded and there aren't extra.
So after about 14 seconds of that white power sign being held up, they switched to a shot of the White House. Now, we can tell this was a sort of emergency measure, an abrupt, evasive maneuver, because number one, nothing is happening at the White House in the shot. Number two, they keep the White House video up too long to make any visual sense. And number three, if it was on purpose, when news networks switch to a shot of the White House, either the voiceover or a lower third will tell you why we are looking at the White House. Like, for example, they'd switch to a shot of the White House and they would say at the bottom, awaiting Trump departure from White House or something along those lines. So clearly this was like an abrupt attempt to cover the white power hand signal that was taking place during the interview. Now, hilariously, the 12 or 14 seconds it took to pull the shot off of the screen, I would love to know what the conversation was in the control room. Oh, no. White power sign. Do we cut it? No. That's too abrupt. Let's just wait and hope the guy takes it down. Oh, no, he's keeping it up. OK, let's cut it. Yeah, but what do we cut to? I don't know. Maybe the White House. Yeah. Cut to the White House real quick. Now, just to do this justice and make it informative, you might be saying white power symbol, the OK hand sign ever since I was a kid. That didn't mean white power. How does it now mean white power? And context is key here. We have to be able to, as intelligent Homo sapiens, apply an understanding of context. In most situations, the OK hand sign is perfectly fine. And it would be obvious to everybody that it means OK, not white power. The idea of the hand sign is that it creates a W and a P, and we're putting up a drawing of that on the screen. And this dates back to a 2017 hoax from the internet where it was falsely promoted as a symbol of hate. So understand, and a lot of people, if you don't mention this, they get mad. The origins were for an online enclave to pretend that this is a symbol of hate, meaning white power, and that it's not in reality. But then by 2019, it actually lost some of the satire. And there are people who now seriously use it as a symbol of hate. And the point is, we shouldn't jump to conclusions. We have to analyze each situation. Here we have someone who's deliberately standing in the background of a shot at a political rally, holding the sign up while wearing Trump gear. Context tells us he's not telling us everything is okay and the weather is great. All right. So whether in this case it's a satirical white power signal or a real white power signal, clearly this guy is not saying great weather, guys. That's what I'm communicating. And even Fox News recognized it eventually. I mean, it took them 12 or 14 seconds and they cut away. What an amazing time we live in, isn't it? When you see me sitting here at the microphone, oftentimes I'm wearing a shirt by a company called Teddy Stratford. And I love these shirts so much that I asked Teddy Stratford to be a sponsor of the show. And here's why I like their shirts so much. With other slim fit button-up shirts, you often get this weird looking gap between the buttons where it looks kind of stretched out. But Teddy Stratford actually has a patented zipper that's hidden underneath the buttons, which secures the shirt against your chest so it doesn't look stretched. And most importantly, it just provides a nicer looking fit overall. And the entire shirt is specially designed to really improve the way your upper body looks when you're wearing it. It also has a special type of collar that prevents it from drooping down and spreading open, which is another really great thing about these shirts. All of these things really do a lot to make a big difference when you're looking at a shirt. And that's why I like to wear Teddy Stratford shirts on the show. Go check them out at davidpakman.com/Teddy. The link is down below and they'll give you 15% off your first order if you use the coupon code PAKMAN at checkout.